Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the best products to buy for your newborn baby, and I went ahead and categorized them so they're easier to follow. So let's go ahead and get started. First, let's talk about sleep products, and I want to in particular talk about the bassinet. So I purchased my bassinet from Target and my son loved it. He was very comfortable, it was very spacious, and I loved it because it was portable, so I could bring it everywhere that I was, and it was foldable, so if I didn't need it, I can just stow it away and it saved a lot of space. So I definitely recommend this bassinet. Now let's talk about white noise machines. So this is not something that is necessary, but it definitely helps a baby to calm down and soothe on their own because the sounds mimic the womb. So my son didn't use one in particular because he was just a good sleeper all around, but you can find white noise machines for super cheap online, and they are just definitely worth trying to invest in. All right, swaddling. So there are many different swaddles on the market. They have thick ones, they have thin ones. My son gets hot at night, so what we do is we got him a lightweight cotton swaddle, and it seemed to work perfect. And this is a very important and a must-have item to control the baby's reflexes so they don't hurt themselves when they're sleeping. Okay, now let's talk about pacifiers. So pacifiers is not a must either. For my son, he just needed something to suck on. So we found that this was very soothing for him, and we only gave it to him when he was sleeping. So it was a lot easier for us to just take it away about 5 to 6 months in, and now he is pacifier free. All right, now let's talk about room temperature thermometers. So it is important that your baby's room temperature is in between 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and the only way to check the temperature of your room is obviously with a thermometer. So I found this thermometer on Amazon for about $5 to $10, and honestly it was the best investment I made because then I knew what temperature my son was comfortable in when he was sleeping. All right, good sleeping habits. So this is not a product, but this is definitely an important thing for parents to know. I am a certified pediatric sleep consultant, and so this is something that I stress the most importance in. It doesn't matter what products you use, it doesn't matter what kind of things that you spend your money on, but if you don't instill good sleeping habits to your baby early on, then you will find sleeping to become a super big hassle. So I highly suggest to instill good sleep habits early on that you want your baby to carry as he or she gets older. And I can make a separate video on this if you guys are interested, but definitely instill good sleeping habits for your baby. Okay, now let's talk about bath. So I have written down here lavender scented body wash and lotion because I found that lavender is super calming and super comforting for a baby. So what I do is I just give my baby a bath at night with the lavender body wash, and then I take him out and I just massage his body with the lavender body lotion, and he used to just knock out within minutes after I did that. So I highly suggest looking into a lavender scented product, and if you don't want to do lavender scented and you want to do unscented, that's fine as well. Okay, now let's talk about baby combs. So I purchased my baby comb off of Target's website, and I found that it was just super nice. The bristles were nice and soft, so it made combing my baby's hair that much more simple. Okay, now let's talk about feeding products. So I want to talk about the feeding pillow. Again, every baby is different. My baby in particular, he did not need a feeding pillow, and there are many different styles of feeding a baby, so it really depends on what you're doing. but you can easily get these nursing pillows online for next to nothing. And they're also an awesome way to do belly time for a baby as well. So I highly recommend this pillow. All right, now let's talk formula. So whether you are breastfeeding or not, formula is really important to have in your pantry. So I found that when I was first as a new mom, I found that my supply wasn't keeping up with my baby's demand as much, and my baby was constantly growing. They go have a big growth spurt right in the beginning. So it's important to have that proper nutrition and just something really that's going to fill them up so they'll sleep at night. So always have a can of formula just in case you may need it and your baby is super hungry. All right, now let's talk about breast milk storage bags. So if you are a mama that is pumping and you just need a really nice storage bag, I opted for the Up and Up brand from Target. There was about 100 bags in that box for about $11 or $12. And what I found is that it really held the milk nicely. I was able to write on there so I knew exactly when I pumped, and it froze the milk really well. So I say you don't need to spend $20 on a bag when you can just get it for a simple $11. And I honestly highly recommend these storage bags. All right, next let's talk baby bottles. So there are many baby bottles out on the market, and really you're not going to know which bottle works best for your baby until you actually have your baby. But for my son, I found the Avent baby bottles work the best. And I chose Avent because I was researching different bottles and I found that Avent was the best one for colicky babies. It prevents a lot of gas and extra air coming into your baby while they're drinking the milk. So I tried it and my baby loved it. He adapted well. So definitely look into it and research different bottles and see which works best for your baby. Now let's talk about bottle and product sterilizer. So there are many bottle sterilizers out there and they can get really expensive. I found this one on Target and it is amazing because it not only sterilizes your bottles, but it sterilizes all of your pump parts and the baby's pacifier. And the best thing is it's microwavable. So you just add a little bit of water to the bottom and you put the lid on, stick it in the microwave, and it sterilizes all of your bottles, all of your products, and you don't have to look at it ever again for the day. So I super definitely highly recommend this sterilizer. Now let's talk about bottle warmers. So if you are breastfeeding or you're pumping and you're giving your baby a bottle, you do want to make sure that you have a proper bottle warmer. So this bottle warmer seemed to work great. I loved it. There are many on the market, so whatever works for you or the one that particularly works for the bottle that you chose. But I always opted for one that I just have to press a button and it will just do it by itself. I don't like to sit there and wait for 5 to 10 minutes for my baby's bottle to warm up. I need something that's going to warm it up super fast, super quick. So this is the one that I opted for. Okay, now let's talk about clothing. So I want to talk about hats. So babies need hats, newborns need hats because they need to get adjusted to the temperature around them, but they still need to be warm and bundled up. So I would suggest going on Amazon and finding a whole bunch of hat packs. They are the best way to save money and have a lot of hats in a bundle. Now let's talk about baby socks. So I found these socks on Amazon and they are wonderful. The only tip and advice I can give you with baby socks, because they do get lost easily, is just put them in a little plastic baggie and stick them into the baby's drawer and you will have all of your socks. And I didn't put this on, but you can also put cotton onesies in this little section as well. Now let's talk about laundry detergent. I opted for this laundry detergent. I want to make sure that my baby's laundry detergent doesn't break him out or cause a reaction. So I always get the non-hypoallergenic one, and you can research, there are many on the market, but this one seemed to do well for my baby. So this is the one that I opted for. All right, now let's talk about diapers and wipes. So let's talk about diapers. Now this can also fit with the wipes category as well. Any diaper that you choose, you have to wait until your baby is born, obviously, because you don't know how your baby is going to react depending on how sensitive their skin is. I opted for the Target Up and Up brand and it worked fine. And then when I ran out of it, I just went to the Huggies. The Snug and Dry diapers I found were the best because they were really good quality and they were able to really hold his, pee. So I would suggest to just research and see what works best for your baby. Diaper changing mat or station. So I have a pretty small space, so we don't have an actual diaper changing station, but I do have diaper changing pads and a mat for my child. And I find that these ones are really comfortable, and especially when your baby's a newborn and they kind of move around, the strap is amazing and it's secure, so you don't feel like your baby's gonna fall over or anything like that. So definitely recommend this diaper mat. All right, now let's talk about diaper bags. So one thing I can tell you is your diaper bag is going to change constantly depending on what products you're putting in there, what you need in there. So this is the bag that I used when I originally had my child, when he was a newborn. It was spacious enough, it had everything that I needed, but as he got older, I switched it for another bag. But this is a great bag that I got from the Target's website, so definitely check it out. All right, now let's talk about the Diaper Genie. This is not a must, but this is definitely something that helps with all of those diapers. The Diaper Genie that I have for my baby holds about 240 diapers in there, so it saves a lot of time with putting them in a bag or throwing them into the garbage. It's just right there, right next to my bed, and it's super helpful. So I would suggest investing in a Diaper Genie, and it'll save you so much time and energy and effort that you don't need to waste on throwing the diaper all the way across the room or in another room. Okay, now let's talk about miscellaneous items. So these are items that just don't fit in any category but that you need. So let's talk about car seat and stroller. Now, there are many out there in the market and there are many that are super expensive. I chose the Chico brand one. I just want one that is safe and meets all of the requirements for safety, but that's not going to burn a hole in my wallet. So I got the 2-in-1 with the car seat and stroller combined, and this was a great investment and my baby loves it so much. And what I love is that you can put the car seat on top for when they're an infant, and then as they get older and they're able to sit, you can just remove the car seat and have them sit in the front seat. So I love it so much, and I really didn't spend that much money on it, so definitely 2 thumbs up. Lots and lots of books and singing. Now, for a newborn, it is important to have books. It is important to sing. It is important to speak and talk to the baby because their brain right now is like a sponge. They grasp everything that you're saying and you're showing them. So Definitely get in the habit of reading lots of books. Definitely get in the habit of singing lots of songs. This is a great opportunity to just connect with the baby. And speaking of connecting with the baby, lots of cuddles and kisses. It is very, very truly important, not only for the mommy, but for the baby to have skin-to-skin contact, to have lots of cuddles, lots of love, lots of kisses, because that affection is very nurturing and very, very important for a healthy development and growth. So take advantage, use all that time to cuddle and to kiss the baby. And it not only makes the baby happy, but it also helps the mommy, and it definitely helps with PPD as well. All right, next, hand sanitizer. This is a must for a newborn baby, and especially in the time that we are in now, it is more than important. It's crucial. I always have a bottle of hand sanitizer right by my desk, so that way anytime somebody wants to come and pick up the baby, they have to wash their hands with soap and water, and they have to use hand sanitizer. Nose bulb. So this is important, especially when your baby is going to get boogers and mucus and dried up mucus. This you can get off of Amazon or at Target, super easy. But for that, you will need saline solution. You never want to put the nose bulb in there and squeeze out all of that dried up mucus without the saline solution. You can get this in Target, and it's super cheap. It's very crucial to have saline solution in the nose before you take up all that mucus, so it kind of loosens everything up. Now let's talk about newborn lounger. So this is a cool product to have, especially when your newborn is awake and you want them to explore everything. You can put them in this lounger. They can look around. You don't want to make a habit of putting them in the lounger all day, but this is definitely a nice product to have for your newborn. Another product I would recommend is a baby swing, but I would also recommend not to get in the habit of keeping them in the swing or letting them sleep in the swing, because that's not a safe thing. But this baby swing is amazing. It's a great way to just calm the baby down and give them something new, right? Give them a new space to just chill out and hang out. Well guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one.